Welcome back everyone to another mod showcase, and today we're going to be doing a review for the Hostile Neural Networks mod. And it is a tech-based mod which allows you to run simulations so you can get mob drops without actually having to spawn them in. So it's more of like virtual mining, but you're actually killing mobs virtually instead of physically. And we are in the laboratory that you actually see in the introduction. And my nose is very itchy for some reason. I think it's pollinitis. But you can see that I have built this lab. It still exists, but I've kind of already got tired of it because I can't really build any more onto it. I was supposed to do the upstairs or the top floor. Why is it not responding? Okay, yeah. So I'm just going to give you like a brief tour of the lab real quick. I mean, it's probably not necessary. Oh, we got a spider in here. Yeah, this is the reason why I kind of stopped production here, because I got like other things to do. Oh, great. Oh, never mind. Yeah, this mod pack's a bit finicky, but I've been working a lot in here. So, that's not what we're going to be talking about today. We're talking about the Hostile Neural Networks mod. And everybody is familiar with this mod, which allows you to collect data models in which you can just put your mobs in here and then you get drops such as the witch prediction or I would say in this case, the weather skeleton prediction, which allows you just to get prediction models and you put them in here to get different drops. So I can show you guys the witch one, for example. If you put the witch in one, you can like get it processed like say redstone, glowstone, sugar. I will say this is like a much more efficient way without actually making a machine. And this mod will require energy, like energy flux, like FE, or anything that's related to energy. So you're going to have to connect it. Like, for example, I'm using immersive engineering. I actually did a little mini series based on this mod, but it's very complicated since it's mostly like the overview. But this mod here is very interesting since I cannot understand how it works until I actually built it, and it just basically made things a lot easier. And you can also craft different materials with this stuff, such as eyes, rotten flesh, carrots, just by using the generalized overworld prediction. I would say this is very OP because you don't like have to do a lot, since you can just make a ton of this stuff just by collecting data models. And I'm pretty sure everybody wants to know how to get the data model or how to make those. What you're going to need is a clay ball, some smooth stone, redstone repeaters, and a gold ingot. I would say the recipes will vary. And to tell you guys the truth, it's been a very long time that I've actually played this mod pack. I think I played this since last year of 2025. So that's how long it has been. But if you guys want to know how to craft a simulation chamber, just use just enough items or roughly enough items just to make things easier. Because like I said, the mod packs would vary. Like, this stuff is very expensive. Like, you're going to have to make like different things. But of course, these are not the pieces here, but it's going to be very different. And same goes for the loot fabricator. And the loot fabricator is very detrimental in which to process those predictions. And if you want to make the prediction matrix, just get some panes, clay ball, iron, and gold. But again, the recipes will vary. I could just craft this just for the sake of this video, just to show you guys what it does. And I also may want to make this just in case, because I probably want to show you guys like how it works. I mean, it's sometimes best to show how something works. So let me just make a redstone repeater. I know that's not a way how to make a redstone repeater. I know. This is a mod pack. It's going to do that. All right, so now we have this model framework. We're going to have to look for some mobs that we can clone. So let me see. I mean, I know this is pretty dangerous because I don't have like any like armor. I mean, I could care less because we're just doing it for science. So let me see. I do see some zombies over there, and based on this mod pack alone, it's kind of different. You don't even see the hunger bars, so it's going to be kind of hard for me to like run. But I really want to try it on a mob that I'm pretty sure can model. But I may have to like maybe like spawn in some, I guess, just for science. I really need to get some good examples. Like, all I just need is like one mob that I can kind of clone. Unless it's like pigs or something. Alright, luckily for us, we do have some stuff in here just to make things a little bit easier so we can like slay some mobs. And I'm just going to wear this chest piece just for protection. I know slaying bees wouldn't really mean anything. I'm really trying to see like what can we clone? Because I think you can also type into your REI or JEI. Like this is all the stuff that we can make here. So we can make, I'm trying to see what can we... Okay. Okay, I thought I heard like a creeper. I mean, this stuff is very immersive once you, you know, become fully indulged in this mod. I might try it on squids. I think that's kind of like the only thing I can do. So we're just gonna walk over. Oh, look, a slug. Yeah, I just had to acknowledge that slug for a second. But we're just going to try for science, or I could do coconut crab if I want to. But I'm just going to do it for a squid. So let me just get some squid data. There we go. So that's how you do it. So you just basically right click. And I know in my model, I do need a... Okay, that's cool. Alright, yeah. So you're going to have to make the deep learner. I'm trying to remember this from what I know. So once you get the data model, you're also going to have to craft the deep learner, which again, the recipes will vary. But for this to work, you're going to have to put it in a slot somewhere, like trinkets or whatever. And then now that we have... Actually, no, that's not how you do it. You got to open the HUD. And it's going to tell you, please insert a data model. You put your squid in there. There you go. Then you put it onto your character. And you have to kill at least 6 of those squids just for it to record data. So I would have to literally walk over here to just kill some squids. Great. This is going to be very tricky to do since I'm literally having to do this manually. But you can see... If you kind of see, you can see at the top left of the screen, it slowly updates. But this is very abysmal because this is like, we're literally having to like manually smack every squid just for science. But this is a learning curve once you get the hang of how this mod works. Let me just even go in carrot to make things a little bit easier. But I just gotta slay enough of you guys just to make it easy. So I need to slay 3 more, and then it's going to record. Because you're probably wondering, why can't we just put it in the machine? I tried that before, and it needs data. Like, it needs to render in. It's like you can't just put the data in, and it just gets processed. But who knows? The mod pack might change the rule, where it's like you may have to do some sort of, like, grind just to do it. While others, you can just input it in immediately once you get the full data of it. So let me just get one more squid. And I'm just going to tell you guys the truth. This is like my first time doing a mod showcase when it comes down to a mod pack itself. But I could say I did it for mechanism since it was like very convenient. But this here is a bit different. And I know there might be some updates like with the changes with the recipes, and they might add like another machine and whatnot. But I think a hostile neural network mod is not very like huge in a way unless there's like other things that's going on with it. But I will say so far everything is pretty simple. And I keep hearing bees and everything. Like everything's like rustling in the grass or in the trees. Very immersive. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is go inside our laboratory. But man, I really wish I could extend more onto the lab. But I literally just burnt myself out. Like, I've actually built this very tall thing and I thought I was going to like expand on it, like really. But again, it just feels kind of like one of those half-done projects once you kind of just get burnt out from them. And I think the reason for that is because... I would say the ending was not really satisfying. It just felt more of like a laid-back mod pack versus a very aggressive one. Like seriously, I was trying to figure out how can we just get the dragon and stuff. And you can see that we have Humanicraft like turrets around. But again, this is not about the whole mod pack. It's about the mod itself. I'll just give you guys a tour of everything. So now that we are back, you will see that it says basic model. So we just gotta pull out our deep learner and we pull out our data model since it has the data on there. And then we just gotta swap out with our weather skeleton one. Cannot begin simulation, missing input, prediction matrix. That's the stuff I was talking about, this stuff. And you can also automate this where you can just put a hopper next to it and just put it like that. And then once you do that, it's gonna run some simulations. But again, it's not gonna guaranteed every time a success. Sometimes it's a fail, sometimes it's a success. And you see that has an accuracy. And to tell you guys, if you do try to aim higher with the accuracy, let me see as an example. Like, for example, the Caves Creeper data model that I kept collecting, you get the self-aware, but it costs a lot more energy, but the chances of getting those predictions are a lot higher, in which it's very good. Like, if you can get to self-aware tier, it's easier. So right now, we're just getting little things such as like generalized overworld predictions, since this stuff is pretty much what the overworld mobs. And over time, you can see that it's also going up a little bit by certain percentages, and it also increases the data collected as well. So it's pretty good. But I'm just going to say this mod is more like a patience game. So you're just going to have to wait until you start seeing successful. There we go. So as you can see, we got the succeeded. And once that happens, it drops the prediction right in this little slot there. And then we got ourselves is the squid prediction. So now we have this squid prediction. You can also open the JEI, and if you look at the loot fabricator, it just gives you tons of ink sacs. So we pretty much just waited until this machine process to give us some ink sacs. And then you can also automate it again with like pipes, and then you can just put it in there. And the only thing we just get is ink sacs anyway. So we basically just made this very easy, and then you could just automate it too. And I think I put this one in here just in case you have like a ton of predictions. But as time goes on, it's just going to keep collecting more data, and it's going to keep increasing the model accuracy, and it's going to change from basic to advanced, and probably to elite, and then self-aware, and then you pretty much just got a model that can basically guarantee tons of predictions, but at the cost of energy, because you're going to have to find some stable energy sources, because this stuff is going to be very energy hungry over time. But I think that is all for the mod, because, like, again, this is my first time actually reviewing the mod within the mod pack, but also returning to it. So it kind of feels rusty. So let me just type in hostile neural networks. And as you can see, the only thing we got is the simulation chamber, deep learner, model framework, and prediction matrix. And you can also make different things with the predictions, and also Twilight prediction. I think the Twilight prediction is probably, I guess Twilight Forest. Yeah, it's probably like a Twilight Forest in here. So yeah, I guess this mod is pretty simple, not hard at all. Just use just enough items, rough enough items, and you're just good to go. But if you guys enjoyed this mod showcase, then I am very grateful, because I'm going to review some more mods that are very intriguing and sometimes kind of complex. But I will tell you, wait, why am I in crawl mode? Usually I just use zoom. But yeah, I'm just going to say, yeah, that's all for the showcase. And for whoever made this mod, I'm very thankful. I will provide them in the description just to let them know that, yeah, their work is being acknowledged here. But until then, I will do another mod showcase, and it's going to be time for me to enter back in my laboratory. So, goodbye.